Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about the changes to service due to the COVID-19 pandemic in UCD Library and the benefits of these changes for the future. The COVID-19 pandemic caused the acceleration of changes in library services in UCD Library. So while pre-COVID we had a blended service, both online and on-site, in response to COVID and the changed environment, it was necessary to re-examine library service and the staffing models so that more services were available online and the staff were able to provide these services remotely as well as on-site. While service enhancements were initially put in place to maintain service and respond to the new and changed environment, the future and long-term benefits of these initiatives were quickly recognised. How they would allow us to create a better service for our users and assist in addressing some existing issues. Some enhancements to our borrowing service that were put in place were automatic renewals, the extension of short loan from 48 hours to a week. While an information service was initially being run via email in individual sites, it became evident that a virtual reference service needed to be implemented. So SpringShare's query management system was selected for this task. The public interface LibChat facilitates the answering of queries in real time and the queuing of queries received out of hours for email response at a later point. Chats can be easily transferred between colleagues and tickets created for follow-up by email for those more in-depth queries or those that involve other departments. It also incorporates the Lib Answers FAQs, which is a knowledge base of queries searchable 24/7. So even out of hours, users can get help by searching the FAQs. The queries that were received during the lockdown period have informed these FAQs, and they can be added to and updated over time. There's also an internal FAQ area for library staff with helpful information such as the staff contacts for different tasks, subject specialists, etc., which can assist staff who are working from home with queries they receive. In the future, the client services emails will also be run through the Lib Answers dashboard, and also desk interactions will be manually added, so it allows us to have an overview of all the queries that are received. It also includes a statistical tool, Ref Analytics, which allows us to measure the complexities of the queries received, so the effort and skill that it took to answer the question, so therefore ensuring that it's more than just bean counting. This virtual reference service is manned by client services staff from across all 5 library sites, both on and off campus, allowing the service to become truly site neutral. Currently, the LibChat hours match on-site service hours 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. The huge benefits of this service for the future are seen. Staff have become more familiar with library services and resources across all sites, and there's been a sharing of knowledge. Another service which we run is the mapping service. So this is the Ordnance Survey of Ireland, provides a range of mapping data for educational and academic research purposes under the National Mapping Agreement. The data is provided at no cost at the point of delivery. The maps were originally printed and supplied at Richview Library. However, we moved fully online just before the pandemic, and the maps are emailed in a PDF or digital format for download. Patrons can submit their requests using an online form, and the maps are emailed within a 48-hour period by the team. We remained fully operational during the pandemic. The map ranges include place maps, historical maps, and discovery and vector maps. Another area that we needed to look at was occupancy, the reduced occupancy and contact tracing. So UCD Library has used LibCal to manage our group study room bookings. So when SpringShare came up with another product, LibSeats, it was seen as a solution to the problem of managing reduced occupancy and contact tracing, as it allows users to book seats for a set period of time. Setting up the system involved walking the floor and trying to optimize the prime real estate of power and data while ensuring a 2-meter distance was kept between users. The seating availability in the James Joyce Library has been reduced from over 2,000 seats down to only 378 bookable seats. The booking system has been implemented in all 5 site libraries, and through the availability dashboard, users can see how busy the library is and how many seats are booked and whether there are any with power available. The system has been future-proofed with the inclusion of currently unbookable seats, so that if the current 2-meter social distancing requirement is reduced to 1 meter, these seats can be easily activated. The system has also shown itself to be flexible, as we've been able to change the length of time and number of bookings that users can make. As with any change in service, it has required user education and promotion, and our outreach department have come up with a variety of graphics which are displayed around the library and on the website and on social media to highlight this service. However, this system is not just seen as a solution to the current issues caused by the pandemic, it's also seen as a future solution to the perennial problem of seat hogging in the run-up to exams. Another future initiative we have is the library app. So this is essentially a contactless service to reduce the impact of COVID-19, which in essence allows the users to have the library in their pocket. The app is a virtual library card, which can be used just like a normal library card. In September, users will be able to use it for library access. And from January, users will be able to use it to take out material from anywhere in the library. So if they go to the shelves and find a book, they can just check it out there and then. This is being enabled by the move to RFID in the James Joyce and Health Sciences libraries, which will take place over the summer. Blackrock, Richview and veterinary libraries have already been RFID'd. The library app will also allow seamless access to other library services such as seat booking, group study room booking, to the library e-resources and to the user's library account. So therefore it'll improve the patron's experience and services as they have access to all library services and resources easily accessible in the one place. So this change in service is more than the sum of its parts. It's a sea change empowering our users through the use of technology. These services may initially have been put in place to maintain service over the pandemic, but in fact, these changes have improved and grown our services so that we are meeting our users where they are rather than where we feel they should be. There's been a change in perspective on how we deliver services to users and how we can make it easier for them to access, use and interact with us, becoming more permissive rather than restrictive. One such future enhancement builds on the success of our laptop loan services, which can only be used within the library, to include a more flexible option. In partnership with Access and Lifelong Learning, there will be a library laptop loan scheme, which will be located outside the James Joyce Library that can be used anywhere on campus. We will also be creating a virtual library tour for Orientation 2021. While technology has enabled this change, the human effort involved cannot be overlooked. This has only been possible through the agility, adaptability, flexibility and collegiality of staff who've worked together to not only maintain service, but to creatively adapt and grow service. We've changed the way we work. Client services is a big team across 5 sites who've all come together to work in various pod configurations. Staff from across all sites have consolidated service in the James Joyce Library at various periods over the last year, when due to restriction levels, it has been necessary to close sites and reduce staff numbers coming into work on a daily basis. Everyone working together in a flexible manner, no longer site specific. A highly valued desk service has continued to be provided in all sites for semester 1 and then consolidated to the James Joyce Library for semester 2 and widened out to conclude the Blackrock Library. How well staff have worked together across the various pods has recently been demonstrated through a project to re-encode 25,000 short loan items to the most up-to-date RFID standard, which was thought would take 6 weeks, but was actually completed in just under 4. All staff are now familiar with the JGL and the various protocols and processes that they would not have done before, and are working as one team, providing service both on and off site and sharing their knowledge with each other. Staff have embraced new systems such as the virtual reference service and have upskilled learning new systems and processes. While COVID has caused us to evolve, react, pivot and adapt our services, it has allowed us to create services that will be of benefit for the future, ensuring that the lights are on in UCD Library and the future is definitely bright. Okay, thank you for listening.